Hi there, welcome back to my channel. It's a brand new week. We're back from Moshi. If you did not see my video for Moshi, you should pause this and go back. See my previous video. I was in Moshi town last weekend. We had the Kilimanjaro marathon and I ran my 5 kilometers. It was amazing. It was beautiful. The vibe was great. The people are amazing. The town is beautiful. It was a great experience. So back to my series. This a quick introduction. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynette and this is a tourism marketing channel where we talk all about tourism marketing, what you need to know, what I have learned over the years, and just sharing my knowledge and interacting with you. Yes, so I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel if this is the kind of content that you would like to get more of, and follow me on Instagram here so that you can keep in touch, where you can hit me up in my inbox. Tell me how you feel. Tell me if there's some special requests, because today's topic we're going to talk about tourism product development, and this was a special request from one of my subscribers. He sent me an inbox, he sent me an email. Yes. He was requesting content about branding, product branding in tourism, and also product development. So today I'm going to talk about product development because branding in itself is a huge topic, and product development in tourism is also a huge topic as we're going to go further. And I just like to warn you, this is going to be a two-part video on a minimum, because there is so much I'm not going to talk about in tourism branding, in tourism product development. So much that's out there, so much that I've trampled across, so much I was told, and I would like to uphold my lecturers for the great service, the great knowledge they inflicted onto me, because most of this stuff is from them to me. Thank you. That's at Makerere University. Yeah, so let's dive into today's video without wasting much time. Tourism products. What's a tourism product? What's the definition of a tourism product? As I've said in previous videos, that a tourism product is more of a service than a tangible item. I've had tour operators say, no, oh, we sell dreams, we sell experiences. So what's a tourism product? And a few scholars had something to say, and some say that a tourism product is the physical and the psychological satisfaction a client derives from visiting a specific site or a specific country or indulging in any activity. It's the physical and psychological satisfaction a client derives from consuming a given service or product, or even listening to a story or going to a museum, whatever it is. A tourism product is that satisfaction that a client derives at the end of the whole tourism experience. And then some people say it's a combination of services. We know that tourism in itself is a service-driven industry, and it has a lot of multiplier effect. What do I mean? It touches a bit of every other sector. If you're in tourism, you're still going to cooperate with the people in the banking sector, people in the insurance, people in the infrastructure, the roads, the hotels, the restaurants, the markets who sell the food, the farmers who actually grow the food, the wildlife, the rangers, the authorities. Security is very paramount in tourism. So all these things come up and all have to be combined to develop a tourism product. So then I'm going to look at the 4 types of tourism products. Some people call them the 4 A's. Different people look at these in different ways, but at least I would like to give them to you in 2 ways. The 4 types of tourism products, or the 4 A's. Here we look at the attraction, or what you can call the core product. Why would someone leave their place? Why would I leave Arusha to go to Moshi? Arusha does not have Mount Kilimanjaro, it's in Moshi. So the attraction which takes me from Arusha to Moshi is Mount Kilimanjaro. The attraction which takes me from Arusha to Karatu or to Zanzibar it's the beaches. Karatu is Ngorongoro Conservation Area. So you have to know these things as you're developing a tourism product. Are you developing a core product, or are you developing a tourism product around the core product? Because now you see, it's after getting the core products that you're going to look at the facilitating products, or what some people call the accommodation, which is the second type of tourism product, which accommodation looks at the lodges. In accommodation there are two types. There is a service accommodation and there is the supplementary accommodation. Service accommodation in this case looks at the lodges, at the hotels, at the resorts, at the if you look at beaches in Zanzibar, those are resorts and spas. And then you go to Ngorongoro, those are lodges. You come to Arusha town and everything, those are hotels, So they are all accommodation facilities in different stages, in different forms of service provided, in different setups. But there are also types of a tourism product. Because someone will say, no, I want to go to Zanzibar not for the beach, but because of the amazing resorts. And they will be in the resort and they will relax and they will get maybe a massage or take a walk, whatever it is that they will be interested in. Then the supplementary accommodation or type of service, here this one includes camping. It's more on a low budget kind of situation. Includes camping, some homestays, backpackers experiences, like now in Arusha we have Arusha backpackers. Then we look at the accessibility. Accessibility has 4 types. It looks at the transportation, basically. They say that there is no value you can attach to an accommodation, there's no value you can attach to a core product or an attraction when there is no accessibility. Let me give an example. Tanzania, we have 13 national parks, and there are some conservation areas which are being upgraded to become national parks. But now we have Selu conservation area in the south. Amazing. It's huge, it's enormous. It has all the wildlife species. It has flora and fauna and flowers and everything. It's beautiful. But it has very few numbers of clients and tourists because of accessibility. Most people who have to go there have to fly there. And now the northern circuit for tourism has big numbers of tourists because of the accessibility. So you look at that when you're designing a tourism product. Who are you marketing to your tourism product? Are you marketing to fellow Ugandans? Are you marketing to people in East Africa who can come by road? Or are you marketing to people who have to use a flight or a ferry or a cruise ship? And if they use a cruise ship, it might take them a month to get here. You have to look at all those things when you're designing a tourism product. Is the accessibility form of package your tourism product? Because people who do cruise ships. There's some cruise ships which move from Cairo down Red Sea, down the Indian Ocean, down to Cape Town. And they keep stopping down, and that's their product. But it's in the accessibility type of tourism products. Then there is the air transport. The aviation, and in Tanzania we have safari companies which do shuttled flights. They fly from one national park to the other. Then they fly to another national park. Maybe then they fly to the airport and they fly out, or then they fly to Zanzibar. So you look at the accessibility as a form of tourism product. Then there is the auxiliary services, or what you can call the amenities, or what you can call the augmented products. They all mean the same thing. When I say it's an augmented product or an amenity or an auxiliary service, they're usually in the same bracket. Because augmented products in the tourism industry, here you can look at these are the additional services that you give to a client that makes the whole experience more memorable, more more relaxing, more satisfactory, but something the client doesn't have to actually pay for it directly. It might be on the initial price. And the augmented products here, you look at the Wi-Fi, the AC. Many safari vans in Tanzania here have refrigerators in them. They have AC, they have Wi-Fi. So that's an augmented product. Then you look at the auxiliary services, things which also ease the comfort of the client when they are traveling in a particular country. Here you can look at examples like insurance policies, entertainment, travelers checks, which is the use of money through different countries, the media form of activities that you give to the clients. All these are auxiliary services. They are not necessarily part of the initial product, but with them around, they make the whole initial product consumption smooth. The medical insurance, I know some safari companies that actually give a doctor to their clients. If you have maybe a bus of 10 people, or 2 safari vehicles, you get an extra doctor. You get a doctor or a nurse as a bonus to move with you and ensure that there is enough, security in terms of the medical area. So those are forms of auxiliary services, and it's one of the 4A's, or it's what you can call among the amenities in the 4A's of the types of tourism products. Yeah, like I said, this video is going to be quite long because the whole topic of tourism products is crazy. Oh my god. Okay, but let's first move on. As I just remember that I have not included the tourism product life cycle in the content that I have developed, and it's a very important topic when you're developing a tourism product. Yeah, so let's first finish this, and then if time allows we shall tackle that as well. It may be in part 2 or part 3. I have a feeling there's going to be a part 3. This is a very extensive topic. Yes, so now we're going to look at the characteristics of tourism products. Remember, we have said tourism products are not like the normal products that we buy. They're not like soap or blue band or bread or anything, omo, whatever it is that we buy from the different shops. It's not like that. You cannot buy the tourism product and take it back home and consume it. So let's look at the characteristics. What makes these tourism products different? What makes it unique from other products that are sold on the market? 1, it's an intangible product. You can't see it, because when we were studying it, we actually told tourism is an export, and we were thinking, an export, like how does that work? I don't know. When you guys are studying tourism, have you heard of it being called an export, and what do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section as we proceed with the types of tourism products. What is happening? As we proceed with the characteristics of the tourism products, I have 10 characteristics that I want to share with you. 1, it's an invisible product. Invisible in such a way that it is service delivered, it's service oriented, it's a service industry. Thus, it's very labor intensive. These characteristics help you even understand these things further. You have heard it's invisible. Thus, it's service driven industry. That, in conclusion, it needs a lot of labor intensivity, which means for a service to be high quality and to give the client the rewards that they are actually looking for, it has to be delivered by quality staff. This is where we go back to what we talked about in my previous videos, that we need to train our staff. If the staff are not trained, we are not doing anything, because they're the ones who come in contact with the clients, they're the ones who deliver the service, they're the ones who actually make the whole experience either worth it or not. One thing to note: first characteristic, tourism is an intangible service. It's an intangible product. That means it's service driven, and it means labor intensive, and high quality labor comes together to meet what? Quality. Beautiful. 2, it's a very fragile business. Fragile, sensitive. I gave an example in the previous video that even though you have made your safari like affordable, maybe let's say $2,000 a safari for a week, can that be enough? Depends if it's a budget safari. And the clients and the driver, you give them the very good car, you take them in an amazing lodge, you give them AC, Wi-Fi, fridge, everything, meals, amazing, and the safari guide is not good in terms of the way he's delivering the service, or he doesn't have a good relation with the clients, the way he is talking to them, the way he's communicating, the way he's explaining the different attractions, the flora, the fauna, anything. If